The family of George Floyd filed a lawsuit today. It's against the City of Minneapolis and the 4 police officers charged in his death. While announcing the suit, a family attorney evoked one of the opening passages of the U.S. Declaration of Independence.
Does America really believe Thomas Jefferson's words? Do they believe the preamble to the Declaration of Independence? When they say, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equally, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that amongst them are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Do America really believe it, or does it just sound good?
Let's bring in the CBC's Susanna De Silva for more on these developments. Susanna, what else do we know about this civil suit?
Well, the lawyers detailed some of the reasons behind it and say they are obviously targeting the 4 officers who were directly involved in his death, but also the City of Minneapolis for what it says is a police culture of excessive force and racism, for not holding officers responsible for bad conduct, pointing out the fact that Officer Derek Chauvin, who had his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck for almost 9 minutes, had 18 complaints against him before, but never received any serious discipline, that there was a deliberate indifference to the rights of those being arrested, and also poor police training, despite the fact it had been known for a long time that putting people in a prone position while handcuffed like that could be very dangerous, and yet they did nothing to improve the training to ensure that was not done. They also say there was too much influence by the police union. Now, they are hoping that this will set a precedent, they say, to make it financially prohibitive to kill marginalized people. As one of the lawyers said, that this is not a cash grab, but it needs to set a message that previous settlements and even the arrest of officers involved in bad conduct has not been enough to make incidents like this stop.
And cities and companies only talk in dollar bills, sadly. And that's what a civil suit only has the remedy to do. We've heard the positive words from around this country and around the world. Politicians, the mayor here, the governor, city council, everyone understanding that what happened to George Floyd was torture and that Black lives matter. Well, this team here is to make sure that Black worth matters. We're to ensure that the amount given in this case at the end of the day is commensurate with what he went through, being tortured to death. You will not walk away from these situations anymore in this country with a simple arrest and get over it.
Now, the suit also asked for someone to be appointed to supervise training of officers in Minneapolis and to ensure they are held responsible, along with a settlement. It does not say how much. That will be determined in court. But last year, Minneapolis did pay the family of a woman who was killed $20 million after she was shot by an officer after calling 911 to report a possible crime. That officer was convicted of murder. In this case, Officer Derek Chauvin is facing second-degree murder charges and third-degree murder charges, as well as manslaughter charges. The other 3 officers are charged with aiding and abetting those murder charges.
And you know, we heard Benjamin Crump today saying that this is a tipping point. How long do the lawyers, this legal team, think that the case could take?
They essentially say that the ball is in the court of the city, that it is up to them to decide how long this is going to take, that they have been involved in cases that have taken only 60 days, that other ones have been dragged out for years, they say. Now, they believe that we've heard from the governor, mayors, police, saying that what happened was not appropriate, it should not have happened, and they say what it now means is they need to be true to their word and to sit down with them and to come up with a resolution. They say they are ready to sit down and do that if they are willing to do that, but they are also willing to go to court to fight this case, to again, set that precedent, to make a disincentive to other cities to not train their officers properly for as long as it takes to send that message.
Thanks, Susanna.